Welcome to Jack Trice Stadium in Ames, Iowa, where the Cardinal and Gold gathering strength as they gear up to support their Iowa State Cyclones. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. The Hawkeyes will get us started with the opening kickoff. On the move from inside, and he coughs it up inside the 20. Well, that could have been disastrous. Able to recover it and retain possession on the opening kickoff. So Iowa State's offense takes the field for the first time today. While these two might have struggled to stay prominent on the national stage, the Cy-Hawk Trophy always carries paramount importance.
And it means so much to the fans. Been to these games a lot of times.
Off he goes! And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. He's looking to throw it. Complete downfield. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. And the Cyclones are threatening on 1st and goal. Looking downfield, it's Castro. And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. PAT unit on the field. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Just about set to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Hawkeyes offense will get the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
This rivalry is so important to the people of this state, and it dates back to 1894, guys.
Yeah, it goes back a long way. When you watch the product on the field every year, it's usually low scoring, but it's a lot of physical, tough people on the field.
Yeah, and, you know, people in Iowa, they just love football. This is a rivalry game that really hits home for so many. Regardless of which side of the fence you're on in this game, Iowa or Iowa State, it means so much.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Great break on the football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Fires toward the end zone. Ball in the air, intercepted. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it. Open.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Makes his connection. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Power football with the run. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Makes the catch. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. That last completion sets him up on second down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Leaves it with the back. Rams him with the stiff arm. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Hawkeyes have taken it inside the 20. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Handoff to the lone back. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Hawkeye! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get louder.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. This time they'll go to the running game. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. The Cyclones just blew away the Hawkeyes in the last meeting between these two.
And those buses in the parking lots for Iowa State tailgates, they have been partying in those for a year after beating down their rivals.
I think Iowa was shell-shocked in that game. They're not used to their opponents being as physical as them, and Iowa State matched that physicality. It was so impressive.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Cyclones line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Wants to return it. Slips through the line. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. And the Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Still running at the 40. Discards him with the stiff arm. How about that play? Getting a huge chunk of yardage to wrap up the first quarter, and that's how we'll end it and head to the second. Teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll leave it with him. Staying physical in the red zone as he's pulled down after picking up 3. Ball's at the 14. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to the counter. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Iowa State. They'll try to add another to their lead.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Coleman.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to run for it. At the 40, there he goes. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Illegal flag in the back. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. The Hawkeyes pick up the first down.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
They'll go to the ground. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put 1 mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They go to the ground. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. He'll try it again. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
The give to the back. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll try the run. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
And the Hawkeyes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And they stop him just short of the goal line. They'll mark it at the 1. Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Iowa! A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Here's a quick throw out to the left.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Castro. Fires on the move. Complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Cyclones come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They want to just keep throwing it. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
8 yards on the play. 2nd down coming up.
The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long 2nd down. He's looking to throw. On the move, he fires. Makes a connection. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. It's complete. Takes it all the way down to the floor after making the grab, and they're set up. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. This defense might be reeling after those last two and now facing first and goal. Fires to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cyclones. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Syracuse is currently trailing, but if this young star needs a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Ernie Davis among the legends to wear that uniform. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Georgia. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. On second down, wants to throw it. They're bringing heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. To the ground with the back. Gets behind those pads, picks up 4 on the play, but it's still a 4th down and 3. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And now the hit knocks it loose. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. Go into the stat book as the rare one-play drive for a field goal. So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. As expected, looks as if they'll run it out and go into halftime with a lead. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. They're just about ready to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
They're strong, and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. The Hawkeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense may be time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
Trying play action. They're working that left side. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
And the Hawkeyes looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Snags it over the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. They're going back to the ground. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Going to work in the red zone. They can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll run it from the gun. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. He caught it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
The Hawkeyes line it up with a 1st and goal. Touchdown, Hawkeyes! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
No monkey business. First down, come downhill, run the fullback. He gets in the end zone. Let's not make any bones about this. Be physical, run that thing, block those guys up front. Nice job by this offense taking care of business in the red zone.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Line gets set. First down. Motion from the offense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. On target over the middle. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Give to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. A linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. Off play action. It's complete on the right side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Quickly complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
The Cyclones have it with a 1st and 10. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Holding.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Wants to throw. It's Castro. They're setting up the screen. Nice move to stay on his feet. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen. Get
into the house. Touchdown, Iowa State.
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's this guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Iowa has the ball back on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
At the 35, he's got room. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10. Easy. You know, like just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
A pickup of 8. Brings up second down.
If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll give it to the back. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Here's the handoff. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
The give to the back. Discards a man. Just outstanding vision from the young freshman on that run.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Quarterback checking the play. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Dumps it off in the flats. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage before he was stopped, but using the running back in the short passing game gives him a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They make the stop at the 19 after a pickup of 5.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got it! And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the fourth quarter, that ramps up the pressure. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Iowa! They've got the lead here in the fourth. And it's good, and he pushes the lead to 3. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Iowa State sending the offense back out. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field.
Offside.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
The give to the tailback. Powers through the defender. They make the stop, but he got work done on the ground, picking up 6 to the 23. 26-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. He's got his man. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. 3rd down and 1, and this is why they call it a gut check. Firing to the right, complete. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
When you got a weapon this good at tight end, a quarterback, you got to look his way, especially in this area of the field. Because remember, it's the red zone where these windows are so small. Nice job getting the completion and putting up the first.
Haired is trying to bash it forward. He got a couple. It's down at the 11. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking for a man. It's Castro. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. Snap it to the back. Touchdown, Cyclones! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch. In those big moments and right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here, you need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can now. Defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. North Carolina is down right now, but that kid on the defensive side, I know this is a big statement, but he looks like a young Lawrence Taylor. Do not rule out a comeback. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Hawaii. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, we'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a double.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Release to the back. Got the quick pass. Stumbled to the ground. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the ball is picked off. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. Defense uses a timeout quickly. Ball back and preserve time for their offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Running back searching for a hole. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the fourth, and the brain trust will go to work. Power football with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Cyclones will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Okay, one possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. To the air on first down. Right down the middle. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Made the play on... There is no...